The other quick tactical thing that I'll suggest is to get one of the mini, smaller Kindles, not that much bigger than the big iPhone, and just keep it in your pocket at all times. That allows you to constantly burst into reading within these micro moments throughout the day. It allows you to read more dense books that hold not just declarative, but also potentially some level of procedural knowledge as well.
It's also nice because if you're using your phone, like the Kindle app, or for audiobooks, your phone also has a lot of other things that are a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But the Kindle is just that. And
massive between reading on your Kindle app on your phone and actually reading Kindle. I think there's an element of deep conviction in an intervention like this that's required, that you have to self-generate at the beginning before you get the feedback that proves an intervention like this is worthwhile. It can take months to years to realize the reason your trajectory, which you can usually measure through your actual business's growth and top line, it takes years often to realize that the reason that's so steep and so much steeper than so many other people's is because you're doing something like this. Once you get that feedback, it becomes easier to do an intervention like this.
There was one time I looked at every single book that I had purchased in my Amazon history. I looked at every single book on my bookshelf. I counted all of the books. I counted all the ones that I read. I counted all the ones that I partially read. And then I counted the ones that I hadn't read. And I just took inventory and I said, okay, where I am now in my life is into some non-trivial part in consequence of the books that I've read. It was very interesting. And I was just like, how many books did it take? How many books did I have to read this outcome? And then it showed, it was like, oh, okay. Significantly less books than I owned at the time. It's significantly fewer. And what would happen if I just doubled the amount that I read?
It's painful. I've been experiencing that pain a lot in the last 2 to 3 years with some of the health stuff I have. My adherence to this principle has weakened in the last 3 years, which is why I'm so adamant about amending that at the moment. And it's painful. When you've done this and you know what the upside is and you stop doing it, and then you have exactly that thought where you think, if I hadn't stopped for the last X years,
no, it's crazy.
Where would I be now?
What affordances would I have now that I don't have? What ideas would I have had that I didn't have?
What would I? How differently would I be seeing the world?
Because of the skill expansion.
Yeah, exactly. You feel almost like blind a little bit relative to what you'd be able to see and think if you had stuck to it.